you can be mentored by people who aren't alive.
100%. Because their stories still live. These muses are here. It's important to learn from them. Because you realize they're people just like us. They made mistakes just like us.
Things just got really, really rocky for me in terms of when I left for, I believe you know, after the Phoenix game, I went to my grandfather's memorial, and he passed on October 23rd, and after he passed, basketball was the last thing on my mind. So a lot of basketball and the joy I had from it was sucked away from me, and there was a facial expression that I carried around with me throughout the year. Didn't allow anyone to get close to me in that instance, and it really bothered me, and I didn't take the necessary steps to get counseling or get therapy or anything to deal with someone that close to me dying. I've never dealt with anything like that. I failed those guys in a sense that I didn't give them everything that I could have during that season, especially with the amount of pieces that we had. So my relationships with them personally were great, but in terms of me being a leader in that environment and bringing everyone together, I failed.
At a young age, tragedy struck the Irving family.
I lost my mother when I was 4. It was just me, my sister, my father. That was it, the triangle. We call ourselves the triangle.
I only had one hero. He's still my hero today. Is my father. He was my favorite player growing up.
More importantly, Dredd instilled confidence in Kyrie and made him dream. In 4th grade, I wrote on the wall in my closet that I was going to make it to the NBA, Irving said. I put promise, and I underlined it 3 times. In 8th grade, Irving said, my father told me I would wind up as the best guard in the state of New Jersey. In my senior year, he told me I'd be the #1 player in the country. Then in college, he told me I'd be the #1 pick in the draft. He laid out all the necessary steps for me. It was up to me what I did with them. I thank my father. He did things the old school way. No shortcuts, nothing guaranteed.
Shot clock at 7. Kyrie sends it for 3. Oh, Kyrie Irving! Are you kidding me? 53 in a game for the ages. 11 triples. Timeout, Portland. Those guys by 3.
Again, guarding the perimeter guy. You turn your head and you wind up with an open shot.
Wow, Irving got Parker. Corey Joseph is in. Ginobili on the ball, and Leonard. Kyrie, a 3. Good! He got it at the buzzer.
Wow.
They'll check it out.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown! And yes! 62 University, number 11, Kyrie Irving!
Here's Kyrie Irving. Leaves it for Harris. A 3. Oh, yeah! On a switch, he's got Grant. Irving. Oh, no! The handles and the range for Kyrie Irving. He is putting on a show. Irving nets are down by 2. Irving, the blow by Kyrie Irving, 45 points. Irving a 3. He knew he missed it. Prince guides the ball back for Irving. Kyrie Irving buries it.
Oh, we're going to go hero ball.
6 seconds left in overtime. The Nets down by 1. Irving lost his footing, regathers, fire!
Just had to make a choice just to be happy out there. My grandfather would only want it that way for me, so he was my biggest fan over when he was in Washington. And he was definitely in there tonight, so I felt him, and I know he's going to be with me on this whole entire journey.
The next move for him is figuring out how to get the most out of the pieces around him. That's really hard, right? And understanding how do you find an emotional connection with each player, figure out what their fears are, and help turn those fears into strengths. And to do that, you have to put time in. And I don't mean time in the gym. I mean time listening. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, talking to guys, listening to what they're saying.
When did that happen for you?
After we lost to the Celtics. After we lost to the Celtics, because Michael told me the same thing. He said, listen, you have all the individual tools. Now you got to figure out how to connect with each one of those guys and bring the best out of those guys. It's not about just passing them the ball and saying that's what makes guys better. That's not it. You have to figure out how to touch the right buttons to make them want to be the best version of themselves. How do you do that? And that was my challenge in 09 and 2010. I was able to figure it out. And that's what Kyrie has to figure out.